Welcome everybody to another episode of Geekvice Gaming. We're playing Operation Bad Passion, Smash and Grab, and let's see what we got here. We've got 1, we've got 2, 3, 4, and 5. One more? Oh, nope, 5 of them. Alright, and there's our evac. We have one guy concealed. The rest of us were going on this to try to get this smash and grab. We've got 7 guys here, so this shouldn't be too bad. It's extremely light. So we're looking at somewhere 8 to 9 enemies. So, apparently I screwed up in recording this, and after I started that, my dogs needed inside. So apparently I set my microphone down and goofed it up to where I played the rest of this game without recording anything. So we're doing a little post commentary here. So we're gonna try to walk through this on what I'm doing, and I'm probably gonna screw this up.
Good copy. Moving on target.
As you can see, we're taking our. Obviously, we're starting off with midnight and scouting out ahead, using the concealment to try to find who we had.
Moving out.
We're thinking that there's probably some people over to the left over there, so we're going to want to avoid that area, and we're going to use this car here for cover. So, like we mentioned, 8 to 9 enemies.
Moving out.
So it shouldn't be too bad, and we're just bringing everybody up to make sure that there's, we know that there's nobody up this way, so we can just get everyone up.
On it.
Everyone get going up there, and we shouldn't spot anything else.
Affirmative.
We also got to remember that right now, nobody's on alert, so even if they see us, they're not going to get a yellow alert action, so we've got some flexibility with that as well. So at this point, we really have no idea where we're going, but we do know that we need to go inside this building. And from, playing lots of these smash and grabs, there's a good chance there's at least one group of enemies inside the building. So it's just a matter of trying to find the other enemies. So scouting up ahead, there's the front door right there. We know that there's actually 2 chests up on the roof, 3 chests on the bottom. So we're kind of looking through there. You can kind of see where we're scouting it out now. Now it's figuring out where we're going to take midnight and where do we want to go look inside. We're anticipating, we know that there's something inside. There always is something inside, and I say that. And then one of these times there won't be, but most of the time there's one on the inside. And apparently I paused the game here for a minute. Oh, probably fixing the audio. There was because I think I remember there was a glitch in the audio. So that's what happened there.
Moving on target location.
So we're kind of moving up there to try to be able to look in those windows, stay far enough back from them that if there is a guy inside there, they weren't going to see midnight and get our concealment revealed. So now it's time to just start moving everyone else up. Trying to figure out who can get where. We've got Hollywood as our sniper, so it's trying to figure out where do we want to put our sniper that they're going to be able to get to. There's no really,
10-4.
There's no elevation here on this one. Not that he could get to and set up at, so set him up off in the back to where he'd be able to see down both streets. And here we've got Dara. She's got our Sentinel Overwatch, so setting her up to where she could get a couple of shots would be a good idea. So find a good spot where she could see a couple directions in case anyone shows up. So, and now I have no idea what I'm thinking because I'm taking way too long to actually move her anywhere of use.
I'm going.
Full cover behind the car. Good choice, right? Yeah, I think so.
Come get some.
And there's the Overwatch to use her Sentinel ability. Jessica Jones being the assault with the trench gun and the shotgun. She also has a lot of movement, so getting her up there with Midnight's not a bad idea.
Double time.
We just set up our Grenadier over there on the high cover, and we bring Mustang, our Ranger, with the sawed-off up there. Now, Technical's turn. Where are we going to put Ben Harris? Ben just going to kind of move up there with our other guys, and because we think that our best chance of getting somebody was going to be in front of the building. It's not. They're not in front of the building. So we kind of decide, since we've heard something off that way, that we kind of want to try to figure out where those people are. We don't want anyone sneaking up behind us. So we're going to try to be a little more careful here and kind of come back and make sure that nobody sneaks up behind us. And by moving to this high cover, it allows us to see a little bit farther down the street. And there's our first group of bad guys. Looks like we got an officer, a gunner, and a drone. So this is the group that we're going to go loud on, but we've got to get set up for that. So we move Ben Harris up to try. He does have his. What abilities does Ben have? I think he's.
Got it. Moving.
I think he's a rocket spec.
Good copy.
So getting him up there to where he can get a rocket off. Also finding a good spot to put our Sentinel or Overwatch specialist. Get them set up in Overwatch, ready for them. And we need to get Swamp Thing up there to where he can actually get a grenade off if we need it. Jessica Jones is going to move up and get ready. She's got running guns. We have that ability to jump in there if we need to. But it's just finding the right place to put her that doesn't activate these guys yet. Because I'm not ready to activate yet. And then lastly, we got Mustang figuring out, that's the other tricky part. Got to kind of move her around, keep out of line of sight, and get up there and hope that these guys move in. Hollywood is just going to end up steadying. Because there's no point, we can't get to that high cover, or not high cover, but that elevation. So, just going to sit back here and steady. Now we see these guys come walking towards us, which is exactly what we want. They activate on our guys, and of course our Sentinel misses and only fires one shot. So Hollywood, best chance, 100% to hit, 25% to crit on the drone. Hollywood also has his AP ammo, I believe. And he stands on top of a box and takes down the drone. One down. 2 to go. So now the question is, what do we do to take care of these guys? Where can we move Swamp Thing to get a good grenade on both of those guys? And the answer is, we don't have to go anywhere, because we could drop it on both of them from where we're at, which is a perfect idea. Boom, soften those guys up a little bit, hits both of them for 3. Now the question is, how do we get in there? So Mustang doesn't have run and gun. Rangers don't have run and gun. So it's figuring out, can we get her in a spot where she can actually get a shot off? We can't get to a flank, which is kind of a pain. But we can kind of move up in an area to give you at least a little bit better of a shot. With a walk fire. So a walk fire on the gunner, I think would be the... What did we do? 72% on the officer. Can't even see the screen. Yeah. So 81% on the gunner. Guaranteed destroy the gunner.
Enemy eliminated.
And then we have the option of moving Ben Harris up a little farther.
That's affirmative.
What we can also do is move Midnight up and get a little bit farther, look out. We want to make sure that there's nobody coming. We're not going to activate any other guys. And I think what we're going to do here is run and gun Jessica Jones over and wipe that guy out. Found the end of the map over there, so that's good. So this is a perfect opportunity to run and gun. Jessica Jones is going to run in there, go right up next to the guy, which I actually misclicked because I didn't want to go there. I wanted to go like literally right next to him. But still works. 89%, 11% to graze. He did. But if I would have moved to the tile that I wanted to move to, I would have immediately picked up that loot as well. So now we know that there's nothing else up that way. We know that there's a good chance that there's going to be some people headed towards us, so we can kind of get ourselves set up
No problem, boss.
to be able to get some shots at anyone who comes walking in.
Moving to Overwatch.
But we took care of that fairly quickly and relatively quietly, so there's a chance that nobody hurt us at all. Still have plenty of time to pick up what we need and get back to the evac. So Midnight has the option here. We can kind of move this way up that side, or we can start moving back along to the front, because you know, the front of these buildings, of this building, I've done a smash and grab on this type of building before, and there's always guys in the front of it. Always. So, the other thing that we can do here is we can move up on top and be able to look through some windows, and the chances of getting spotted up a little higher like that is a little less. But what we decide to do is go to the low cover down low. And we can look through that window, see if we see anything, which we don't. And then we can kind of carefully move forward a little bit. Because we know that without concealment now, like we have
I'm on the move.
we don't want to activate anybody unnecessarily. Autoloader and advanced laser sight, perfect.
I'm sure the docs will want to see this.
Always need some more advanced laser sights.
Moving.
And autoloaders. Autoloaders they're kind of important.
Whatever you say.
So again, using our Sentinel Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Ben Harris just hanging out, waiting. We need to get Midnight up far enough to where she can actually move forward and scout some more stuff out. So put some guys in some safe spots where we know there's nobody there.
Location
But can also keep an eye in case somebody comes walking in on us. So that's the other thing is Hollywood here. We need to kind of get him up in more full cover so that he can be steadied and readied. Alright.
Orders confirmed.
So
On the move.
a quick alien turn, a quick enemy turn is always nice. It means they're not doing a whole lot. It means they're probably not activated. So again, moving forward there, don't see anybody. So now the debate is whether or not we move Ben Harris up in here. We can see all the way in here. We know there's no enemies
On my
there.
way.
We're already not in concealment, so I'm pretty confident there's some guys in one of those rooms inside this building, but we just don't know where. So it's how much do we want to move people in there? Do we want to risk an activation, or
Solid copy.
or do we want to just hang back and wait a little bit longer? We do have 9 turns before the reinforcements come, so we have a little bit of time. Not a ton. We have a little bit. And so it's just kind of tricky. Do we want to go up for higher elevation? What do we want to do? And that's
On the move.
the hard part. So figuring out where's a good place to put our Overwatch specialist. Fortunately, it was a double move in there, so no Overwatch on our Overwatch specialist. That was probably a misplay on my part. But what are you going to do, right? And this is where I'm talking about bringing up Mustang, getting her up on the roof where she can get elevation. She could drop down on people if she needs to. You know, same thing with Hollywood. Be a good opportunity if there's people outside the building to be able to do that. But instead we just decide to go single move, steady, just so he's steady and ready just in case somebody shows up.
Good to go.
We keep everybody down low. And this is where we go Overwatch with Swamp Thing. And we hear some walking around. And the Muton Sectoid on the roof, which is another very good reason why, or that I got lucky and didn't go on the roof.
These mutons seem a little more agile than the ones we fought in the past.
If I would have gone up there,
Looks like
I would have been
screwed.
screwed.
The aliens' front line, though.
So we've got our first Muton here. I think this is the first one of the campaign. And this is where I make kind of a rather large mistake. I'm planning out who's going to take care of what, and I think Ben Harris can take care of the Muton with a flamethrower. Before we do that, though, we need to make sure we can scout ahead and make sure there's nobody else coming.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
So we use midnight to kind of get out
I've got
ahead
enemy movement here.
and seize the last 3 people. So that would be 9 total. So we want to keep an eye on them and make sure that they don't activate, or that we can see where they're. If we can see all of them, then our Gotcha Again mod will be able to tell us if we're going to be activating anybody from when we're moving into any other spaces. So we're able to see all 3 of them there. So now we know that where it's safe to move Ben and how far up we can move. We can move into a flank here,
I guess that'll
which
be okay.
to me I think is a very good move. And then we decide a flamethrower to take care of him. We are burning him and his tile. Okay, everyone sees this, right? Burning him and his tile. This is the part that I do remember exactly, because this is the part that I end up getting a little frustrated with. But hey,
This might burn a little.
flamethrower, we hit him for 1. We do not light him on fire. His tile, the tiles around him are, so I think he's going to get lit on fire when he goes to move. So, which is what I kind of hoped for. And then I focused all my attention on the sectoids. So Hollywood here has a 63% chance on the sectoid. Not a great one, but we're not really going to move him a whole lot, so we go ahead and take that shot. And we only grazed, but we grazed for 5, which is another reason why sniper rifles are awesome. And here's where we go and get a little ambitious. We can move inside here with multiple people and get these guys flanked. But we start to soften them up with a little grenade action or not.
Not a problem.
No, that's right. That's what we do here. We move in here, point blank ranges. So 100% to take this guy out. Goner.
By the numbers. Is this what we're looking for?
So we're basically just coming in and just taking care of this guy. And this is where we don't quite work out as well as we really want, because we didn't do the math well, and we hit for 6, but we still have 2 damage left on that. The Muton, I don't know what I was doing. I should have gone after the Muton with Mustang to just, try to kill it some more, but I didn't.
Moving to designated position.
Instead, I moved in here. We move in and take out the sectoid here with a 63%, 17 to graze. Walk fire it for a 90-10. That's a guaranteed dead. So that means I've used walk fire twice
Target neutralized.
this mission.
What do we got here?
Twice to take out, to just guarantee the elimination of an enemy. And here's where kind of wish we would add run and gun. We don't.
Closing on target position now.
So we just move up here with our shotgun. I should have, and I tried to slug shot him. That was or a stun. We look at all kinds of different options here. None of them are good. And, so we end up going with the slug shot. What I should have done was not shot anything.
Not good.
I should have used a command. I should have done pretty much anything. These guys, you can tell they're kind of like, something's going on. And this Muton does not catch on fire.
Watch the flags, they're moving.
And this is where, oh,
Who's going to be positioning on us?
he gets hurt. Ben Harris, our angel, is hurt. A stupid wound that I shouldn't have taken, because if I was smart, I could have done all kinds of different things. I could have commanded Ben to move away. I could have commanded.
Headed there now.
Heck, I could have commanded I could have commanded my Overwatch specialist to go into Overwatch to take this shot when he goes and runs around him. But I didn't. I didn't do any of that. And so Ben Harris gets, I don't know, what is it, meleeed in the back. So he's stunned for a couple of turns. Jessica Jones had to go in and mop up the Muton. We've got 3 guys left. And we've got 7 turns till reinforcements come. And
Moving to Overwatch.
here's where we just kind of set some guys up, get ready for the bad guys. Can even move in
I can handle that.
and get in position to pick up some loot. Or I guess, yeah, that's loot, right? The smash and grab that you're trying to get.
On Overwatch.
Swamp Thing, we can come over and What do we do? Pick up the loot there? Nope.
Heading out.
We just go straight to grab the, grab that loot, grab the chest. Get another resource cache.
I've got the loot here.
Then we can
On
move
my
up
way.
and get ready for these other guys to come in. Mustang's got
Moving out.
movement like crazy. Come in, pick up the loot that was dropped by the sectoid and the lyrium core,
I've got it.
and then reload and just wait for the next
We're green to
guys.
go.
Now this is where Hollywood just kind of could do all kinds of different things. It's questions: do we move up to? Do we move up to this to elevation?
Location confirmed.
Wasn't a bad idea, but it also didn't allow us to steady, which is probably a mistake. And here these guys saw us, they come moving in. And this is again a spot that if I would have kept Hollywood on the ground, I would have been able to shoot at something. So we got Ben waking back up. He is not in terrible shape. He took quite a few, he took 4 of 8, lost all his ablatives, so we got hit for 6. But we can use his rockets to do a little bit of clearing up. The idea is to try to clear up the cover, blow up some cover, injure them, soften them up a little bit, give us an option on what we can do after this.
Firing rocket.
So, and of
Multiple
course,
enemies neutralized.
the rocket does amazingly well, critical hits both of the guys, and leaves us with just a drone to deal with. So, it's really not much of a problem at all. We've got some awesomeness like Jessica Badass Jones with a free reload, and can do a little run and gun.
Getting in close.
And come in and just get right next to the thing.
Copy that.
No question, 100%, 35% crit. It's gone.
Hostiles classified. Could be something on this one.
So now it's just a quick figure out who's going to pick up what loot. Hollywood is already up there, so we can send Hollywood over to pick up some loot. Hollywood actually has not incredible movement, but
Solid copy.
has enough. Everyone else, or the people that do already have their loot, like Dara
I'm all over
and
it.
who is it, Swamp Thing, already has loot. So those guys can just start moving out towards the evac spot, getting us
Stepping
ready
off.
to get out of here. Mustang, go pick up the last one on the ground, or on
Affirmative.
the ground
Moving out.
level, ground floor. So we've got that and are ready to get out of here on the next turn.
Got something good here. Orders confirmed. Moving out.
And then we'll use Midnight to come up and grab the other loot that is up on the top.
On
Because
it.
Midnight can move forever, and so you might as well use her to move forever, right? That's what you need. So it's, again, 5
Moving on target
turns,
position now.
piece of cake, get our stuff, and get out.
Got your stuff here. Position compromised.
Yep. And now she's been revealed. Oh, darn.
I'm going.
Everyone is dead. And we had 6 guys, 5 chests, so Ben doesn't need to worry about it. Or I guess we have 7 guys, actually, don't we? 5 chests, 7 guys. So we'll get Hollywood to pick up his chest. And that's our last one.
Recovered. Already there.
So now, again, just running everybody to the evac. The evac is not that far away.
Moving out.
So, no problems.
Will do.
Just moving everyone forward.
Got it covered.
Jumping over planners. Running around light poles. Still the frustration of getting Ben hit by the muton because I didn't take that into account, and I should have. There was a ton of things I could have done differently, and this mission probably would have ended flawlessly,
Will do.
but it didn't.
I'll take a look.
Oh, we do use, yep. We run our hack here. I don't remember if we made this one, but we're going for the large alien cache, alien alloy cache. And we just missed it. Just missed. I was close too.
Not
Dara
getting
is
anywhere.
not a good, she does not have really high hack. She's also young, I mean, or low rank.
Whatever you say.
So, just getting everybody all ready to go out
Not a
soon as Hollywood and Midnight
No
are
need to
able to
ask
get
twice.
down.
Overwatch.
Because there's Hollywood. He wasn't. Oh, he could make it this turn.
Good to go.
Well, I think it was Midnight that wasn't going to be able to make it this turn. Yeah, right there. So Midnight can make it. That means everyone can make it.
Rolling out.
Sure thing. I'm trusting you here.
So get everyone in the evac spot.
Understood.
Get everyone
Moving
out. 3 turns still before the
Seems
reinforcements come. So this was actually, overall, this was a really
Absolutely.
well played mission. Just,
Position confirmed.
one stupid mistake that ends up
I'm out of here.
stopping this thing from being flawless. And the stupid mistake being
Avenger.
not
this is Firebrand.
getting rid of the
Package is
muton
secure.
and expecting him to burn.
All
And
surviving XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand returning to base.
that was a killer right there. That was a killer. It's a bummer because, having him not get wounded and
Status
having a
confirmed.
flawless
Mission
mission
accomplished.
would have been top notch. But hey, not much you could do with that. Still 100% successful shot percentage. I mean, we hit with the flamethrower, we just didn't set him on fire. I won't do that again. That's for sure. We will make sure that he gets taken out. And if I'm left with a muton and a flamethrower. So 12 days for Angel.
Excellent work, Commander.
Not
Your
all
efforts
bad.
in the field have certainly encouraged the crew.
No promotions, but everybody got some stuff. And 156 supplies, which was huge. We really needed that. Because we've got to be getting close to mag weapons. And I'm gonna need to buy mag weapons. I need to get everybody outfitted. I need to get everybody all with updated armor. I need to get more predator armors going. I need to get mag weapons going. I need to get that stuff going. So, advanced hair trigger, advanced laser sight, helpful. Autoloader will be good. 2 Illyrium cores will be good. So now we look at what we've got going here. We've got 2 days before our Stun Lancer autopsy's done. That'll give us the chance to build our the new swords, which will be really helpful. A few guys hurt, not too many. Got a lot of guys available though, so we're not in a terrible shape. We do have a couple missions going right now, but we've got some guys that are available. Some lightly wounded guys. A couple of rookies being trained up. Take a look at what we got there. GTS, we could, Jessica Jones could get her trial by fire, which is big. We need a trial by fire officer. That'll help us train up the other guys that are the younger soldiers, get them promotions quicker, get them to where they can be more useful on some of these harder missions. And then it's just waiting. It's the waiting game for some of these other missions to come in. We could get the clinic intel package there, get some additional power, find a new mission to rescue Ahmed Amin. An assault. 3 days though is not very long. But if we send them in with the idea that we're going to boost it, we can send the defenders in here. We've got 5 guys. That's not all bad. We could throw. That's 5 that were there before. We can't put Jessica Jones because she's in training right now. But it's one where you could always throw in like a young guy in there. Let's see, who do we go with? Oh. Gotta add Victor goddamn Sullivan. I like Sullivan. So I'll load these guys up, get them ready to go. So we have 2 guys with assault rifles there. We've got laser rifles. We've got a laser lance, laser Sten gun. We really need to get to mag weapons. I don't want to get too far behind without mag weapons, but we can get some people with some Predator armor, because we've got that now. Some Mustang looking hot in her Predator armor.
The aptly named Predator armor should give our soldiers increased longevity.
Yeah. Yep. It's time for Predator armor. So that's going to make Mustang just a little bit harder to hit. But yeah, that's the thing. We need a lot of supplies because we need to start upgrading alloy plating. We need to start getting, we have it. We just need to get it on everybody. Get us that additional ablative. And then we also need and then we need to get weapons. And with the supplies that we have, we could end up picking up some more weapons. So So here we go. We can build a couple of laser rifles so we can get those on our get it on Dara, our Overwatch specialist. Get her with an actual laser rifle. That'd be helpful. Get Swamp Thing a laser rifle. Oh, Dara has one. I guess it's Victor and it was Victor and Swamp Thing. So, gotta get him some more. Get him some ablative. He doesn't have any right now. So we'll build him some alloy plating. Use the last of our trooper corpse. But get that on Victor. If you're gonna put anything on him, you should probably get him the good stuff, right? Right. Get some nanoscale on Swamp Thing. Keep him safe. Once I can get him some alloy plating, I'll also I will take the nanoscale off probably and give him 3 grenades, because you know a grenadier with 3 grenades is pretty awesome. But looking at what we're given here to Victor, don't have a whole lot of weapon upgrades to kind of work with technical, but the autoloaders are good to throw in on everybody. Suppressors are good too, but I don't have very many of those, so yeah. And this is where I'm looking at it going, hey, wait a second, Swamp Thing's a sapper with heavy ordnance. I really should give him more grenades. But we do give Midnight some Predator armor, because my Shinobis they get hurt a lot. So it's good to try to keep them alive. Really. So Predator armor's a good call. Lastly, looking at incendiary grenades, I'd like to get some more of those out there, because if I could put an incendiary grenade on Swamp Thing with a couple extra grenades, that would be huge. He would be deadly. And that's what I'm talking about right now. I know it, because I want to see it. I'm watching this going, yeah, he needs an incendiary grenade. I could pull it off Midnight and give it to him. But it's always, I like having an incendiary grenade for those emergency moments when your shinobi gets put in a bad spot. You can use that incendiary grenade to set somebody on fire, and then they're stuck, not doing anything, just run around like an idiot. So threw a couple of med kits out there. Give one to the specialist. And this is where we need to click the go. Infiltrate. Yeah, whatever word that is. Just click to start. There we go. Come on. Yeah, see, this is where I don't know how you guys end up watching these things, because I get impatient watching myself too. So get those guys out the door. Get them on their mission.
Sky range in position to drop.
So that's right. The defenders are going to start infiltrating that to extract the VIP. We'll be able to get him. We'll be able to boost that and get them out of there. and then more than likely we just scan, looking for more stuff, or finish off the Avenger power. Might as well get it, right? It's there, so let's get it. So another smash and grab, a very light one. So this is where we look to see, can we pull this one off? We really can't. We don't have the guys. We just sent a bunch out. We've got several of them infiltrating. Could yank Jessica Jones out of there, but even then you're looking at a couple of squatties, a couple of corporals. Like, not really a good idea. Not a good idea to run it. So we're gonna have to miss out on that one, or do we? Because we got some other missions. What do we got? Triton is at 79%. To hack the workstation. Hey, do we have some? Only 41% for Delta. So probably not gonna have time, but that one's not far off from being done, so maybe we can infiltrate that one up and get into the next one, right? Maybe? Finish off the power, get a +3 to the Avenger power, which is going to make us it's just going to be helpful. We don't have to worry about too much there. And now the question is, do we spend some intel? Do we make contact with another region? And that's what I'm deciding right now. Is where do we make contact with? Western Europe, we could do it for 160 intel. South Africa is only 80 intel, but South Africa only has 4 Haven members. We could do 80 intel for New India. That one's a Haven of 6. So we've got one more contact that we can make. I kind of like even though it's only 4, I kind of like the South Africa one. But, just because that'll give us all 3 of them in Africa and gives us the opportunity to get the bonus for having all of them in a region, or all the regions on a continent. So looking to try to figure out where we need to go. We don't know yet, but more than likely it looks like it's in the United States. So, making the decision, what do we do? And I don't actually remember what I did here. Oh, that's what I did. Made contact. So, go do that. Complete our stun lancer out one more day. Who got up to 100? Oh, Trident got up to 100. So there we go. 3 more hours, and that is going to be the next mission we run. Operation Aerial Infiltration. So there you go. Finish that off. It's normal. It's extremely light. It's 100% infiltrated. Who do we have on it? Who's there? But this is the next one we're going to run. Aerial Infiltration with Shooter. Oh, this is a good group. Grunt, Furball, Breaker, Telemon, Sentinel. I like it. That's a good group right there. So that's what we're going to do. thanks everybody for watching this episode, and next week we will have this right, and we will do aerial infiltration. We'll see you next time, guys.